Live from Radio Row, SportsGrid's coverage of Super Bowl 59 continues. Joe Lisi with LSU point guard.
Yes, sir.
Trace Young joins us. Trace, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
This is what it's all about, right? New Orleans, Super Bowl. Give me your thoughts about the city. I know you play in Baton Rouge, but this is amazing.
Oh, yes, sir. No, this place is unlike anywhere I've ever seen before. The culture down here and just the pace of life is fast down here. Food's good, too, so it's a great place.
Now, it's a great matchup. Kansas City looking to win their third straight Super Bowl, going up against one of the hottest teams in terms of the NFL that have won 15 of the last 16 games in the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you have a pick or prediction of this game on Sunday?
It's a great question. I'm going Eagles.
Are you?
I'm going Eagles by 20.
Oh, wow. You don't like Mahomes then. Is that what it is?
I'm not going to say that, but I just got a gut feeling, you know?
All right,
I got to roll with the gut.
We'll see how it plays out. Now, we'll talk about LSU because I'm a big LSU guy. Love the Tigers. I bleed purple and gold, and we saw Jaden Daniels win the Heisman a couple of years ago. Just the dominance. Obviously, Joe Burrow and that dynamic 2019 team. How did you get to LSU in terms of the recruitment process and, more importantly, loving Baton Rouge?
Yes, sir. No, absolutely. I mean, I transferred here, so I was at Colorado State for a few years playing basketball, and I really just feel like it was kind of a God thing. I was there. I loved it, felt super supported by the community and coaches, and I just felt like God was calling me to be somewhere else and keep moving, and so took a leap of faith and entered the portal and got in touch with Coach McMahon and loved the coaches, loved the area, so I just felt like it was meant to be.
And talk to me a little bit about the conference, right? Because we know about the dominance of SEC football, right? But I feel like SEC basketball, obviously Alabama that made it, not just to the Elite Eight, but, Final Four, and just the dominance of the conference as a whole from top to bottom, especially with conference realignment. Man,
the SEC is insane this year in basketball. I mean, you look at the top 25 teams, I mean, pretty much most of the SEC is in it, except for like probably 3 of the schools. So it's competitive this year, but it's fun. It's great atmospheres everywhere we go, so it's a great experience. Now,
we know that LSU, in terms of the NIL, has a collective agreement. I know you're heavily involved in that. A documentary came out. Talk to me about that and how it relates to LSU and just your personal experience.
Yeah, I mean, NIL has definitely kind of taken over college sports, and it's a big deal. I think it was something that was long overdue, and so I'm definitely blessed to be playing college basketball when it's now legal. But, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I think, we're kind of Cavaliers in this and paving the way, so trying to still figure everything out, but it's definitely been a great experience.
In terms of maybe just moving on, and I always ask athletes this, playing in high school to college, what is the biggest thing that you had to adjust to or maybe change or maybe you've learned looking back at your career?
Yeah, I think just the speed of the game is one thing that I noticed from the college level, especially the high major Power 5 school. It's just the game goes so fast and you don't have any time to look back at a play previously, and it's obviously just everyone's bigger, stronger, faster, so yeah.
And when you look at the team now, you told me that you played last night, right? In terms of the back-to-back or the logistics now with obviously Texas and Oklahoma in the conference, does that factor in any way as well?
Yeah, I mean, we just, we're on the road all the time playing a lot of games, so I think definitely you just kind of get used to it. Like we got back at like 3 a.m. last night and came straight over here to New Orleans, so I think you just got to kind of, understand that things are going to move quickly and you just got to stay with it.
The experience in terms of campus, right? We know about Death Valley in terms of the football game, right? And the Coliseum and the basketball program gets, every night you guys are packed to the gills. So how has that been? I mean, watching a game in terms of the football perspective and then the crowd and just the fan base as a whole for the Tigers.
It's amazing. I mean, that's one thing that I just think is irreplaceable, and LSU is just unlike any place ever. It's really just the fans are all in, they're locked in, and it's just the energy and the buzz just in the whole city. When it's a game day, football game day, basketball game day, you can just feel it in the whole city. So it's amazing, and the support from the fans is great.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes,
Trace Young, LSU Tiger guard. Doesn't get better than this. Go Tigers. We'll be right back.